not. The desire for more is not a desire for food or jewelry or bigger houses or cars. Those desires have troubled our cultures. Because, our culture was told for a really long time that if you see something beautiful, then you should have it. You should eat it, you should own it, you should store it in your garage, you should get about 10 others in assorted colors, right? But you don't need to do that. You just need to observe the beauty. And that is your prosperity. That is one way to experience prosperity. So the more we're seeking, what I want to say today is that the more that we're seeking with a capital M is not the stuff. It is that deep experience of satisfaction, of appreciation, of wonder, of curiosity, of enthusiasm, of ideas, and just beauty all around you, everywhere present. If you look around here this morning, there's a lot of beauty in this room. And there's going to be beauty with you throughout the rest of the day. And I'm going to invite you to take a look at it. And don't try to buy it. Don't try to buy it, and don't eat it either. The more that we seek is a feeling that can't be bought with plastic or paper or $20 bills from heaven. So I think that God has this deal, and the deal is this. He's playing a spiritual game with us, and it's kind of like a spiritual bait and switch. Once we get in the door of, spiritual awakening like we do when we show up at a Unity, we think we're going in there for the money. We think we're going in there for financial gain and prosperity and magic. Magic. That's what I wanted, didn't you? Didn't you think there's a magic key and I'm going to be prosperous? That's the spiritual bait and switch, because once you get in there, then the Creator has your attention and says, I want you to know how much is already around you, more than money, better than that. A footnote, the practice of affirmative prayer is not about changing God's mind. It's not about, being so good that God says, well, okay, I'll give it to him. It's not about that. It's about conditioning this. The greatest valuable tool that you have in your life is this mind. And when any of us start using prayer and affirmation, it changes us. It reconditions us. It opens our eyes, and it makes us see what's out there. And it makes us hear what's out there. So God is continuously giving to us if we would just take the time to see it. Remember the story of Jesus Jesus told the story about the farmer and the workers. Do you remember that story where there were a bunch of workers and they all came to work on time and they were good, diligent workers? And then there were other workers who came late. And then there's other workers who came 10 minutes before the bell rang at the end of the day. And who got paid the most? They all got paid the same, right? They all got paid the same. And I'll tell you, those disciples, they were always puzzled by Jesus. Jesus, why are you telling us this story? And how come the guys who worked all day didn't get paid more? Because they worked the hardest. And Jesus said, because, it's all good. It's like God is graceful. God is gracious. God is giving continuously. And God isn't wagging God's finger at any one of us. So there is good for you, and the question is, are you willing to see it, and are you willing to claim it? So this week again, I want to invite you to reflect on the feeling that all is right with the world, the world that plants a smile on your face, the world that helps you breathe easier. For me, the wonderful joys include a hip-hop class, a salsa class, a poetry, a reading out loud, and the fact that I have a AAA baseball stadium just about 2 miles from my house, and I could walk and watch the baseball game if I wanted to. I am prosperous. Are you? Okay, I really want you to know it and say it out loud. I am prosperous.
I am prosperous.
You are prosperous.
You are prosperous.
We are prosperous.
We are prosperous.
And now, God, give us the awareness of your gifts everywhere present, and bring it on. Bring it on. Amen.